Today, the first episode of BattleBots Champions 2 comes out. I thought I'd share my predictions for each fight. So here we go. Rotator versus Terratops. I think this will be a somewhat easy win for Rotator. I've only seen 2 fights of Terratops in actual BattleBots. I'm not sure how well it will stand up to Rotator's weapon, as Terratops have fought Slamo and Dragon King, and their weapons aren't as destructive as Rotator. So I think Rotator should probably have that in the bag, especially with them being more experienced and better at driving. Valkyrie versus Ominous. I'm going to have to give it to Valkyrie here. I think Lucy Doo has finally got to grips with the controls, and Ominous just doesn't seem to be as manoeuvrable enough to really get a solid win against Valkyrie. And I think Valkyrie will I think they'll be better than BattleBots World Championship 7. I feel like they probably would have sorted out any issues, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they could do. Switchback versus Kraken. I'm not really sure how Kraken could win, as their overhead spinner is different to a robot like Sawblaze, as it sort of takes longer before they can have more hits, as unlike Sawblaze, it's less controlled and they can't land hit after hit. So I think once they hit Switchback can counter that quite quickly before Kraken can really do anything. I think Switchback is just the more controlled and can do something about Kraken. Shreddit Bro versus Scorpius. I think if Shreddit Bro works as intended, it could be fairly close, but then again, I don't think they will work as intended. Unfortunately for last season, they weren't brilliant. And with Scorpius, it's got a nice big wedge, which will probably just eat up the spinner. And the weapon of Scorpius, I think, can probably damage the top armor of Shreddit Bro. So I think, all in all, Scorpius will win that one. So on to round 2, Rotator versus Valkyrie. We've seen before in Series 5, and it was a fantastic fight. However, with Valkyrie not being quite on form anymore, even though I think they will be better than last time, World Championship 7, I think Rotator will just be the more reliable robot when it comes into play in the actual fight between the two, if they do fight each other. So I think Rotator will just beat Valkyrie. And with Switchback versus Scorpius, I feel like that one's going to be quite close, and I'm not totally sure, but Scorpius has more experience and better driving, and it's probably the more durable of the two, so it'll be close, but I think Scorpius will probably just about take it. And then the final, it's a rematch of a Series 3 fight, Rotator versus Scorpius. Last time around, Rotator won by a mile, but they're different, aren't they? Rotator doesn't use the double disc setup anymore. I feel like that will actually they'll be worse off against Scorpius this time around because of that, because of the big wedge of Scorpius. However, Rotator probably should win this one. I don't think the wedge on Scorpius is quite good enough to deflect Rotator like someone like Beta does. So I think Rotator will just about get that one. So that's what I think for this episode. I'll leave a Biggest Hits compilation probably after the episode airs, so that's coming your way hopefully. And goodbye.